Welcome to NBA Top Shot Hot Drop, episode number 23, March 26, 2021. Please remember to follow on Twitter at NBA Top Shot Hot Drop at DJDev420. Also, subscribe to the podcast and YouTube channel, NBA Top Shot Hot Drop. We've got some exciting news as far as upgrades for the podcast and the YouTube channel. We are coming at you in 4K today, so please leave a comment. Let me know how it looks on YouTube, and some upgrades coming for the audio as well for all the podcast listeners. We've got trade deadline recap, some really exciting moves that we'll touch on. Also, some really interesting news came out yesterday in the afternoon that there was Dapper credits being deposited into people's accounts for refunds and past transactions. What's up, Brian? Yeah, man, we're celebrating this. Thanks for checking in. So a lot of people were getting their Dapper credits, so we're going to talk about that a little bit. Also, huge upgrade to badges today. Awesome. Thanks, Brian, for checking in on the 4K. Badge upgrades, it just looks gorgeous. We're going to definitely do a little bit more. Thanks, Tim. Do a little bit more checking in on what the badges mean. And kind of looking at all it's just a whole new site right now. So we'll touch on that. We got LeBron James out now for an indefinite period, which is going to leave the window open for some teams. We'll brush over that a little bit, but AD's coming. Also, we've got a couple games we're going to look at. Miami versus Charlotte was pretty boring. Denver, New Orleans was a good one. We're going to take a look at that. And we're going to wrap up the podcast. We have a awesome Tim. Thanks for the compliment on the background. We're upgrading that as well, too, so keep an eye out for that. We got a giveaway coming, first one on Twitter. So remember, make sure you follow me on Twitter, NBA Top Shot Hot Drop at DJDev420. I'll give you some details on the giveaway at the end of the podcast tonight. Alrighty. Let's get into it. So we got so much exciting news today, man. I got a really good story to share with you guys when I first found out about the badges today. And if you watch yesterday's episode, I totally predicted that they were gonna drop them much sooner. They were going to drop those much sooner than they did. And we got our badges way earlier. But we're going to go into some trade deadline before we get into all the exciting news about the badges. So let me pull up the page here that I had for the trades. And we're just going to brush over this. We're about to rev into one of the most exciting times of the NBA, where we're going to get to see what all these moves mean and what they all, what the impact is really going to be now. It's going to ramp up top level. So the Spurs have bought out Aldridge right now, and it's kind of exciting to think about where he may end up. I could see if the Lakers end up missing on Drummond, that maybe they're going to look at Aldridge. Raptors have held Lowry, which I think was one of the most interesting plays there, that they had him dangling out there, one of their cornerstones, and then they were not able to get what they wanted for that. I called this one, man. I love that the Mavs were able to add Redick, a shooter, a veteran. He's going to be a fabulous piece. Not quite the upgrade that I want, but I think if Porzingis can stay healthy, and he is really healthy right now, and get to the level that they expect out of him, we're gonna see that team do really well in the playoffs here. And all of us that are holding any Luka moments, that's music to our ears. But I think right now Porzingis is probably fairly underpriced, and you could grab one. So I would be checking out some Porzingises. We can look at them in a little bit. I really like this next one, Rondo going to the Clippers. I don't like the Clippers having to give up Lou Williams. I think Lou Williams is just old school. That guy's got so much game left in him. He was even talking about retiring when he heard about that trade. But on the flip side, for the Clippers to be able to get a point guard we already saw what Rondo did last year for the Lakers. So if you want to go look at what's going to happen for the Clippers, it's pretty much right there. He's amazing in the playoffs. Fabulous defender. He's a court leader. I don't want to say they have a big three or anything, but he's definitely going to be. Rick, that Redick number 15 draft pick by the Magic. Yeah, that was Redick was a Dookie. So us Tar Heel fans don't like to give credit to the Dookies, but I got over that with Brandon Ingram, who again we'll touch on that for our live check-in on the Pelicans game. But Lakers traded Lou because he kept winning games on the Lakers when we were trying to. Yeah. I think the big thing for Lou Williams right now is that Hawks team is fire. I mean, they're rolling. John Collins is a monster, and Trae Young is really underestimated. And I think Lou is going to bring some of that veteran presence, similar to what I was talking about. Redick's going to bring over there to the Mavs. So Blazers acquire Powell, which I think that was a solid pickup. Blazers are coming. Oh, Rondo wants to weigh his options, huh? Rick? Huh, that's interesting. So we have Rick said Rondo wants to weigh his options. Rondo said he may potentially not go there. Is that what he's saying? I don't think he's got potential for that. Sixers get Hill in a 3-team swap. I think Sixers stocked up there as well. We got Blazers, got Powell. Now this is the big one. Let's click on that, because I'm brushing over, but we cannot brush over this one, ladies and gentlemen. This is the one I want to spend time on. The Denver Nuggets acquire Aaron Gordon, who I personally feel was the nugget, if you will, of this trade deadline. You had him sitting there, man, on a team where he was basically being asked to do too much. He's a total stud, but to be one of the main cogs on a team, if he can be a 3, you're in a really good spot. And he just moved into Denver, where he does not have to be the main guy. You got Joker, you got Murray. He's going to play that third role, and oh my God, the sky is going to be the limit for Aaron Gordon. Now, the Magic, on the other hand, made a choice, and they got one guy who I really, really like and has kind of gone under the radar a bit, but I really like RJ Hampton. And if you look at what the Magic are doing here, they're making a choice to kind of throw all their chips in. They're going to go for the draft pick this year, and they're going to rebuild. And we've seen, if you have to go back 20 years and look at when Orlando rebuilt, they were able to get Shaq and Penny Hardaway. So I would say this is kind of the first time that they've actually pushed all the chips into the table here and gone for it, and I love it. And on the flip side, the Bulls were able to make a decision too. It was funny. Both those teams, the Bulls and the Magic, were kind of sitting there in this mediocrity, right? They weren't able to win it in the division, but they weren't bad enough to get a good pick to move them into an elite team. And now the Bulls are taking a shot at it. They got Vukovic, and they're going to make some noise. I think Zach LaVine, that's what we're talking about here, is the Bulls trade for All-Star center Vukovic. And I think you're really going to get a lot of run there for Chicago, and it's going to get exciting. It's going to get really, really exciting. And you cannot overlook the Celtics getting a shooter from the Magic as well. So that's Magic. Let's go look at the details of that one, because they're just They are rebuilding, and you gotta give them a. I know they dumped it, but they were not doing anything. So you got Fourier on. So the Magic have completed a trade that sends guard Evan Fourier to Boston Celtics in exchange for 2 second-round picks. So that's awesome. Rebuild and go forward. Yes, versus stagnate. That's what Rick says. I agree there. Yeah, we got to keep it moving. Got to keep it moving. So we had a ton of action, and now as far as Top Shot fans, NBA fans, we get to start looking at what some of these moves were here in the market. There was a lot of trade activity that went on that affected the market, and the playoffs are going to be that way as well. So start making your predictions and get ready to see what we got coming next, because it's going to get exciting. The playoffs are right around the corner, and all these moves are going to be really, really reflected in the market. We've already seen it. So I want to talk a little bit about the Dapper credits that were just deposited into people's accounts. They notified that there was about $600,000 worth of refunds issued to a number of collectors yesterday. And these were collectors that had already had past support tickets filled out that had been kind of sitting, and they went ahead and decided to refund those people. Personally, for me, I do have a support ticket filled out for a couple way back, and I have not heard back from them. They did initially respond, and then they said they were working on it, so I'm hoping something's coming. I'll keep you guys posted on that. I did reach out to them and let them know I saw some refunds were going and was requesting an update. So if any of you have received that, please let me know on Twitter or in the comment section on YouTube here. I'm just curious to see who is getting some of those credits and how long ago you filed that ticket. So badges, guys, we have made it to the badges. The Top Shot announced, I believe it was a couple days ago, that we were going to be going ahead and rolling into some badges here. And interesting story for me is I was actually looking at a couple moments because I was aware that these badges were coming, and I was looking to pick up one more rookie moment before the badges were applied. So I was able to, let me center the screen here for you guys. I was actually able to grab this Jordan Norwa. Let's zoom it in for you. There we go. So he was right before the badges were applied. So we should talk about what these badges mean. We'll go into the stories here. And what's cool is you can see on the top page here, let's zoom it out a little bit for you so you can see. They've got this banner going across the top. So if we go ahead and click on the banner, it's going to bring us in, and we can look at some of this in a little bit more detail here. So the time has come for us to move forward with one of the most highly anticipated design features of the NBA Top Shot beta, Moment Badges. For months, we explored different ways of adding visual identification for particularly significant landmark moments, and the end result adds fitting flair to some of the community's most beloved collectibles. A total of 5 different badges have been created and assigned to the NBA Top Shot moments that have been minted and released in packs up to this point. These will also be added to new moments that qualify for them heading forward. So that also means these badges are going to be hit as we get new moments released. These badges will already be applied on there. So let's break down some of these rookie badges. Most of our badges revolve around rookies. No surprise given the high esteem that first-year players are held in by our community and across the collectible landscape. Here is a quick look at the rookie badges with some of the examples of moments that actually qualify for them, and we're going to look at some of those that I was looking at earlier. I just wanted to give you what these mean here. So the rookie year badge is going to be the star symbol. The badge signifies that the play featured in a given moment was from the subject player's rookie season, regardless of when said moment was minted. So it's going to signify that this feature was given from the subject player's rookie moment season. And then they've got a link here where you can look at all the moments with rookie year badges. So they've done that's another huge upgrade that they've added here. They've done a fabulous job with filters and ways to search. The rookie premier badge, this badge signifies that the specific play featured in a given moment is from the subject player's very first regular season matchup. Their very first one. So you're going to get that basketball, that like little glowing basketball, the purple basketball, to signify the rookie premier badge. The next one is the rookie mint badge. This badge signifies that the specific play featured in a given moment was minted at some point during the subject player's rookie season. So it's also signifying that it is not always necessarily their first game or first moment, that it was also minted in their rookie season. And so you can click on all those. They've done a great job. So as a collector, you can go look up any moments that have received those badges. In this case, the Morant, his December 11th, 2019 base set moment from Series 1 featured a play in his rookie season, and that play was first minted during his rookie season. He will qualify for both the rookie year badge and the rookie mint badge, and both badges will be visible on that particular moment. Of course, there are also cases of players qualifying for each of the 3 individual rookie badges. We call these 3-star rookies, and they get some special treatment. So you're looking at this badge as a 3-star rookie badge. It's got the R with the 3 stars on it. Looks amazing. The 3-star rookie badge. To do our 3-star rookie justice, we designed a specific super badge that will appear on moments in place of 3 individual rookie badges. So they're going to have that instead of the 3 individual. It'll get this more specific banner. For all intents and purposes, the 3-star rookie moments will still qualify for each of the individual rookie badges, but the world will see them. Will see the 3-star rookie badge and immediately understand the historical significance of the moment. So they're basically saying this is the best badge, right? The 3-star rookie badge. You're getting that jumps it out. Also, you can add in one more in here, the Top Shot debut badge. Rookies aren't the only players who are going to be commemorated with badges. We've also elected to identify the debut Top Shot appearance of any NBA player, rookie or otherwise. These Top Shot debut badges will be affixed to any moment featuring the players first minted on the blockchain. Bear in mind that the Top Shot debut badge will be assigned to the player's first play that is minted in our system and not necessarily in the first one that reaches circulation. For example, Theo Melodon's Rising Star moment will not receive the Top Shot debut badge because his Series 2 base moment was minted first. It just has not been released yet. So there is a mint record, and we can talk about looking that up as well, where we can look at where they're minting and how to see what's actually happening on future podcasts here. It's definitely an exciting way to kind of really dive into where the moments actually are. So they're saying that can still be saved for a moment that has not been coming, but also it means that it's minted in its first moment. So in Series 2, every individual moment has had a unique play, but that wasn't in the case in Series 1. In the 2019-20 series, specific plays were used in base set, but also in select rare and legendary sets. In Series 2, every individual moment did have that unique play. So Steph Curry's March 5th, 2020 assist, for example, was used in his initial base set moment in Series 1, but also, so they used the same moment also in his holo moment and also in his MGLE moment, and even in his from the top moment. All of these Curry moments will receive the Top Shot debut badge because they all featured his very first play added to the NBA Top Shot platform. So we're just noticing that anytime that play again was minted, there was 3 different moments of it It was all the same moment, but different levels of it. So they'll all get that Top Shot moment. So really, today was just a blast. You got to look at what this is going to do for the market and what it's adding for collectors and for people's values of moments they already had, especially collectors that have kind of been here for a bit and we've been paying attention and doing the research. We knew these badges were coming, especially after the announcement of March 1st, but we didn't necessarily know it was going to be today. So it came really, really quick. And one of the exciting things about that was I was actually able to grab a couple moments, and I did want to share that with you. Let me see what I can pull up here for you. I grabbed the Cole Anthony, which was a 2-badge moment, and the Jordan Nawa, which was a 3-badge moment. And I had just kind of done that research previously on, just looking things up and researching it and following people on Twitter. And I knew that both of those were going to receive that. And it was interesting when I was checking out the Cole Anthony, it was literally right before they released the badges. And so I was looking at the Cole Anthony's and going ahead and getting ready to purchase it. And I had it in the the finishing moments, and I went ahead and it said it was adding it to the collection, and then it went ahead and had those badges underneath there right as I looked at it in the collection. I was like, no way, that is so cool. So there it is, the Cole Anthony Base Set Series 2, January 20th, 2021, Jump Shot. And it is a 2-badge moment. It got the rookie and the first. Well, let's go back and look at what that square means. So it got the rookie moment, the rookie year mint, and here's your key. Right, rookie year badge and rookie mint badge. That's what I thought it was. It was minted at some point during his rookie season. So it was really cool. Like, I didn't even know badges were released. No one really knew that they were applied yet. And I purchased that moment before the badges were applied. And when it got into my collection there, I went and just checked to see if it was there. And bam, the 2 badges were on there. I'm like, no way. And I went and looked, and it was like, oh yeah, we got badges all over the place. Why are some 4-badge rookies Ali moments going down right now? Halliburton, Edwards. I think that's a fabulous question, Tim. I think a big thing with Top Shot is it's almost the opposite of what the long-term collectors expect, right? So we get badges, we get pack releases, we get moments. We're thinking, all right, we're getting a lot more collectors. We should see an increase. I don't know for sure, but my theory is that you get a lot more selling. You get a lot of people that are holding these rookie moments, and bam, as soon as these badges hit the market, it's hot. Everybody wants to grab them. Everybody's excited about it, and then you see the seller undercutting. So I think one of the big things for the Top Shot community here, and one thing that we should really start communicating to each other, especially the long-term collectors, is that we need to hold the market. It almost makes me think about what happened, with CryptoKitties. Like, they had a chance to kind of have the key to the LaMelo, and that all kind of just went. I mean, everything went by the wayside with all those cool cats at this point. But it just seems as though if we can kind of hold our value for our moments and not undercut, I think there gets to be a lot of competition. So, Tim, I'm gonna give you the short answer now. That was a little long-winded. It's a buyer's market. If you want to really look at it, it's a research time to follow a moment you've been looking for, especially the ones you just talked about, Halliburton and Edwards. Those guys are going to be around a long time, and if you want to think about 5 years from now, They're going to be the studs of the All-Star game, the absolute monsters. And if you're in this for the long haul, again, I'm not giving financial advice. I'm giving collector advice. These guys are studs. Halliburton is a. I start getting goosebumps when I talk about him, but I don't want to get too overblown out. But he plays with this knowledge and insight that is rarely seen in the entire NBA, let alone at his age. So it's sky's the limit for him. And Edwards is a physical beast, and you can see every game he is getting more and more confident. And I heard a Dwayne Wade comparison. I love it. If he can touch even half of what Wade did, you're gonna 10x your profit on your collection, man, with any Edwards. So let everyone panic. It's going to swing, and we're going to see a lot of that. And one thing you see is that, talk about Halliburton. He's a big top shot collector. There's a lot of the NBA players are in, and they're confident. And if they're in buying their own moments and investing, that's a huge positive. There's a lot of really good stuff coming. So the market's a little crazy, and it has been, and let it be. Let it be. Just sit. One of my best advice I can give you is go bury it in the sand out in the islands in the middle of the ocean somewhere, and come back and check on it in 5 years, man. You'll be pretty happy. So we're gonna keep the podcast moving here. Thanks for checking in, Tim. And we've got the badges in. We do want to just talk a little bit about LeBron being out. The news came. It's going to be probably another month, I believe, was the news we got there. And AD was actually shooting tonight, so I think we're around the corner on getting him back. But one thing I worry about with LeBron is if AD's got to be holding the ship while LeBron's getting better. It doesn't set up him good for coming back from an injury. So if you're coming back from an injury like he is, and you need to get back in this mix for the playoffs here, they're saying 3 to 5 more weeks. So I mean, again, if it's LeBron, we're thinking sooner than that. I would say 2 weeks, almost like how Top Shot does stuff. They say a date and then they drop it early, so everyone's stoked, which is awesome business. But it's hard enough as to repeat. It's hard enough to repeat. You've already gone so deep into the playoffs, the miles. We're dealing in pandemic, the stress, the intensity. And if anybody was watching, LeBron was motoring. He was playing a ton of minutes and going really hard. So he's old. We know that. We all know that. That's why it's so amazing what he's doing. But it was destined to happen, and it's sad for us as NBA fans, Top Shot fans, and you want to see this guy continue to make history, and he's going to be back, but AD is not going to be able to shoulder the load, nor do I think they're going to let him. I think they're going to kind of settle for getting a lower seed, but that's going to put even more stress on them when they get back. So keep an eye out for the West. I feel like it's wide open, as is the MVP. So we will dive into that MVP watch in upcoming episodes as well. I do want to get into some games that happened tonight. I was really excited to see if we were going to get some of the players getting some run out there, and we ended up not getting too much of that yet. So it was, let's see what, I'm pulling up the box scores here now, guys. So we've got the Boston-Milwaukee game. I wanted to see how that one went. Let's just pull up the box score here quick. Tatum played 33 minutes, 13 for 18, man. Wow. 34 points. Tatum, 7 assists, 6 rebounds. Amazing night. The Celtics beat the Bucks 122 to 114. Oh, Powell had 22 tonight? Nice. See, that's what I think is going to happen with Aaron Gordon. A new scenery, new group, the playoffs. These guys are going to be ignited and ready to roll. And as a collector, especially if you're looking for any kind of profit or, holding these guys to have a reignited career and go deep in the playoffs, that's huge. The Blazers are. Look out, man. That Lillard's an MVP candidate for sure. I love Dame Lillard. Kemba Walker playing 31 minutes tonight. Kemba, gotta like seeing him get some minutes. Taco got 8 minutes. Let's see what Giannis do. Let me pull this up here a little bit so we can see it better. Giannis, 27 minutes. Huh. So it must have been a blowout. I did not watch this game. I was not able to catch it. Middleton, 7 for 11, 19 points. Pretty uneventful. Giannis, 6 for 12, 16 points. Wow. I'm curious. Let's just check really quick on the recap here. I'm going to pause that. Let's see what we get. They just held him. The Celtics just held him in check. Well below his average. Yeah, no doubt. Wow. Tough one for Giannis. So, let me get to the other game I wanted to check in on. It was the Miami-Charlotte. Now, that one was interesting. I really want to see what kind of energy Miami's going to be bringing now. And they ended up losing to Charlotte. Really tough game. Butler was 7 for 16, 2 for 8 from 3 with 20 points. Ariza 5 for 12, 14 points. Bam was 7 for 11 with 17. But on the other side of the ball, amazing night from Rozier. He had 37 minutes, 9 for 18, 4 for 10 from 3 with 26 points. He was on fire at one point. Graham is playing better, being back, 5 for 12 from the field, 4 for 10 for 3. So they're going to be I think they're in the 5th seed right now, so that's going to be an interesting matchup without LaMelo there, but I feel like Graham is coming in and getting some more minutes. So that's going to be an interesting series. Let's look at the last game here, which was the most interesting out of the ones that I highlighted, was Denver, New Orleans. And Joker is he's just so fun to watch, man. The guy is so crafty. He's so intelligent. He's such a team player. You got to think if, John Wooden would have been able to coach him, how much he would have loved coaching the Joker. So let me screen share the box from this. Will Barton got his badges. That Will Barton moment got some badges. He had nothing tonight. But he was plus 23 on the plus minus. Willie B, jeez. He was only 1 for 3 on the field goals. But Joker, 41 minutes, 17 for 30 in the field goals, 3 for 5 from 3, 37 points, plus 23 on the plus minus, 9 assists. Woo! He needs to get 4 more rebounds. He would have the triple-double. 6 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 block. Murray was 23 points, 10 for 18. He was having a tough night from 3, 2 for 6. But Zion is this specimen, guys, and hopefully you're watching as much as you can of him. Even though they didn't end up winning the game, I think the big thing here for me is that you've got this physical specimen that is unguardable. And when he decides to go to the paint, when he decides to drive, if he adds, which I want to take when he adds a three-pointer. Let me move this up here a little bit so we get a better look at it. When he adds a three-pointer and a jump shot, we're going to be we're going to be seeing something pretty sweet from him. And he was tonight, let me get the stats for you. 16 for 19, 1 for 1 from 3, 6 for 7 from the free throws, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks, 39 points for Zion. Brandon Ingram had a tough night. He was 5 for 17 with minus 29 on the plus minus. He had 2 turnovers, 5 assists. And I like to keep an eye on Jackson Hayes. He only played 7 minutes. I wonder why. It was plus 18. Alexander, 5 for 13. Tough. So your final there was the Nuggets beat the Pelicans 113-108. So that's going to wrap up our live look in there and a little trade deadline check-in. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Remember, follow me on Twitter, NBA Top Shot Hot Drop at DJDev420. We are going to be having a giveaway coming up really soon, and I just want you to keep an eye out for it on Twitter. We're waiting for gifting to be back up and smooth, and I'll let you know. It looks like it's probably going to be 2 moments, and I'll just give you a little clue. It should be somewhat trade deadline associated. So that is going to wrap it up. Please like the YouTube channel, subscribe to the podcast and the YouTube channel, NBA Top Shot Hot Drop. Thanks for listening, and have an awesome Friday, a great start to your weekend. Remember, enjoy it.